Hey y'all, welcome to another podcast here. This week we are going to be talking about finding your voice. I think is a topic that most people struggle with because we are on a search on a daily basis to know who we are, who we want to become, and even though we feel accomplished, we're still on that search on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis of what is next for me, who I am as a person, what am I here to do, like what is my destiny, what is my sole purpose on this earth. So as I was reading Michelle Obama's book, Becoming, I came across a really powerful sentence here. Well, a couple of them. And I want to read them to you because I kind of want to have a conversation about it. And just, throw a couple of things out there that really spoke to me. It says the following. Everyone seemed to fit in, except for me. I look back on the discomfort of the moment now and recognize the more universal challenge of squaring who you are with where you come from and where you want to go. I also realized that I was a long way still from finding my voice. Let's dissect this because honestly, like that first sentence, everyone seemed to fit in except for me. I struggle with that every single day, and I am pretty sure every one of you has struggled with that on a daily basis. I mean, I am in marketing and sales, and you will think, that all the confidence in the world is there. But when you walk into that room with 100 people, or now it's more like Zoom meetings now, but when you are in that new room of people, however confident you are, you still need to feel that you fit in, that you are accepted, that you are worthy. And even though you are, sometimes it's like, do I really belong here? And it comes from different points of view and different feelings. It's like, where do I take the first step? Who do I talk to first? Am I gonna fit in with the personality? Do I belong here? And for me, that's always been a struggle because, I am the 5'2", Puerto Rican with an accent that has no ability to joke. Like, I don't understand jokes, and it takes me 10 days to get it. And, that struggle is real. When somebody makes a joke and I'm like, okay, it's not because I'm not smart or because I didn't understand it. It's just my personality doesn't fit with those people that are always, joking around or having that type of conversation. So finding that comfort, it's very challenging. One of the things that I've learned in order to, break through with this challenge of fitting in is, well, I have to be myself, but I have to listen. I've always walk around the room or just, I'm kind of the last person to talk sometimes, just because I measure and I listen to what everybody else have to say, and I know exactly after that where to go. Because I know I am, you're not $100 bill. You can't really, fit in with everyone, but there is going to be that one person or two people or three people that actually connect with you in a way that it's going to be special. And the only way to do that, at least when you are, targeting this from a sales perspective, is to listen. Listen for those cues. But it's never easy, and it's not like it's always going to happen. The next section, I look back on the discomfort of that moment and recognize the more universal challenge of squaring who you are with where you come from and where you want to go. Most people want the same thing. They want to be recognized, they want to be valued, and they want the business. And when you are like in a networking event, or you are, and of course I am dissecting this from a sales perspective, not from a emotional or personal point of view. It is kind of like, all right, these people, do they have the same background as I do? What do we have in common? What obstacles do I have to overcome in order to be able to be liked? And as horrible as it sounds, it is a reality. We promote just be yourself, make sure that, you are not selling yourself out, that, whoever likes you is going to buy from you type of thing. But, the reality is that before that happens, you really have to find out the way of, how am I going to break this wall? How am I going to break this misconception of who I am, where I come from, what I'm here to do? Because sometimes when you walk into that room, and that room meaning it could be a meeting, it could be a Zoom, it could be whatever it is that you are doing, you're always going to have to give that first impression. And that first impression has to be aligned with the group of people that are there sitting in a room with you, or, in this case, remotely with you. So being prepared and being secured and knowing who you are and what is the value that you bring is extremely important, and playing out the cards correctly as of when to say it and how to say it, so it is not offensive, or it is not like, all those things is still extremely important when you are trying to position yourself out there. Realizing that there is a long way on finding your voice, that was it for me from this conversation, that it's like Michelle Obama spoke to me. She is telling me, you are still a long way from finding your voice, Monica. And I accept that, because even though we are accomplished, some of you are working to get to that moment. For some of you, what you have accomplished is not enough. Finding your voice is more than what you can offer to the world. Is what can you offer to yourself in order to offer that to the world? And that's a work in progress. I mean, I don't think anyone can say at this moment in time, being 40, 50, 60, or 70 years old, that they have completely found their voice on themselves and for the world. I think we all, on a daily basis, continue to work towards that goal, because when we have reached that goal, we have completely become satisfied with the life that we had. And I don't think that is possible until the last moment that you take your last breath. I mean, we are humans and we have a need to continue growing, to continue helping, to continue offering value to the world and those around us. And the moment that we find our voice is the moment that we said, I did everything I had to do in this world. And I think it is something so powerful, because for me, finding your voice and doing something with it and making sure that you are putting all your effort out there is about legacy. You know, it is about the legacy that you leave in this world with everything that you have done. And you know, when you take this and you put it into, like, you know, you want to dedicate your career to sales, you want to dedicate your career to marketing, finding that voice is how you define yourself and how you kind of sell yourself to the world out there. And it's basically, you know, your value. So changing that value every single day doesn't work for your benefit. You have to be consistent. You have to know who you are. You have to be willing to make sure that you deal with the day by day that is going to change you every single day, but you have to create consistency. So it's a very fine balance, and it is an exciting thing because every day you're like, okay, well, this is what I want to do, and this is what I can do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And then you come back and something happened and you're like, how am I going to pivot, like, and now fit that in with who I am and what I want to offer? So, you know, my message to you today is find that voice, but never forget about that voice. Make sure that as you go through your career or through your life and you explore who you are, how you're going to fit in, how are you going to, you know, showcase where you come from, who you are. Make sure that you don't lose sight of who do you want to become and what you have to offer to the world. Thank you so much for your attention today. Don't forget to follow us on TranscendwithM on Instagram and share these moments of, you know, joy and value with any of your friends and family. We hope you liked it, and please leave any comments of, you know, how valuable was this to you today. Thank you so much, and see you soon.